I see a lot of patients that come in specifically for neck tension or neck pain, sometimes quite severely, and sometimes just dull and nagging and chronic. And most of them have the same comment. They say, I don't get it, Dr. Tina. I was fine last week. It just happened. All of a sudden, one day, there it was, and I didn't do anything. This has been the most common statement I've heard from patients in the last 3 decades. But it makes a lot of sense. You see, your body doesn't give you warning signals that something's wrong always right away. If you have a major trauma, things can hurt immediately, but sometimes things go slightly wrong and they build and they build. I call that the straw that broke the camel's back. Things were stacking and stacking until one day you've hit your threshold and now you have this unrelenting neck pain or neck tension that won't seem to go away, regardless of what you do. Some of the common problems I notice behind chronic neck tension often have to do with that upper cervical spine or the upper neck. They can be from large traumas, small traumas, hobbies, things that you do at work. They can do with the pillow that you use. And many patients often think that it's because of their posture. They think, oh, if I just sat up straight, if I corrected my posture, it would go away. That is not always the case. Quite often, bad posture comes from the underlying problems with the neck that make it uncomfortable, if not miserable, to sit up straight. So when those are addressed, the beautiful posture follows. Patients who come to me with neck pain or neck tension frequently say, I keep trying to fix it. I've been fixing my posture, I've been sitting up straight, or I've been trying, but it's really uncomfortable, or I can't do it, or I keep ending up leaning forwards again, or not sitting straight. That's because there's an underlying issue, and that underlying issue with the neck makes it miserable or at least uncomfortable to sit up straight. So that's why it's important to have an evaluation to see if there's something correctable so that posture becomes easy and simple. Posture does have a lot to do with neck pain and to neck tension, but it has to do in it from an ergonomic standpoint. It's how you choose to do your job. Do you use a laptop riser when using a laptop, or are you staring down at the screen? Do you sit slouched at your desk, or are you sitting up straight? It has to do with whether or not you're following those proper protocols for doing your job. Even people who have very precision-based jobs like cameramen, photographers, dental hygienists, people who sit all day long, there's a right way to do your job and a wrong way. So when people have had years where things slip and they get a little sloppy, those altered ergonomics can in fact help create a problem with neck tension. There is a direct relationship between tension in your shoulders, your neck, that upper back, and between your shoulder blades, and the upper cervical spine or the alignment of the neck. The relationship is this: the body is designed to hold you upright and to have great, beautiful posture. But when the altered alignment of the spine occurs, it changes the way that muscles contract in your shoulders and in your upper back and in your neck, creating tension where there doesn't need to be any. So when problems are there, your body can't self-correct. It doesn't realize that it's okay to relax now. That's where a good upper cervical chiropractic adjustment comes in. It starts to let the body know it's okay, and now the body will release and tension starts to go away. There's a secondary component as to where alignment of the upper cervical spine plays into tension in the neck, the upper back, the shoulders, and along the spine. And it has to do with changes that are more structural, where curves can be lost in the spine. A neck, for example, should have a natural C curve. And when there's been any injury or trauma that's removed that curve, it changes the disbursement of weight. That bowling ball that sits on top of your head, your brain, and your skull weighs quite a bit. And when the alignment in the neck is not there to stabilize it, that weight gets pushed forwards, making your head heavier and requiring more muscle now to hold it up rather than just the structure of the spine itself. And then as you look down to look at your phone or at your lap, that weight increases substantially. And all of this pulling and weight bearing is going into your upper back and into your shoulders and along the back part of your neck. So a lot of people can get stumped on why upper cervical chiropractic can be so impactful and make such a difference for so many people. And there's a great analogy for this. If you go in your backyard and you have a lush garden and you take the hose every day and you water it a precise amount, it thrives. If you suddenly had a kink in your hose and the water was still coming out while you were on vacation, but only about halfway, you would still have your yard being watered, but bit by bit. It's not going to be enough, and you're going to see the outcome of that. That same analogy works really well when things start to go wrong in alignment of the spine. Bit by bit, the problems seem to compound and become more and more severe, even though your body's still trying in very hard ways. Patients who have chronic neck tension when they begin care in my office has a distinct look to it. We often talk about that picture we see on the x-rays, what their spine looks like in the actual alignment. And when there's something there that's massive and a change throughout the cervical spine, we know that we have to be diligent because that takes time. The body can't undo years and years of problems and something like a lack of curve in the spine overnight. But we keep going the right direction, and slowly but surely the body will heal and make great changes within its limits. And that's something we're looking for. So it's important to know that our plan is about sticking to the care, watching the data that shows us that we're going the right direction, and then giving the body time, the time to do what it's good at and to make changes. There are a lot of things patients can do between visits to help themselves succeed. And I love sharing that. But it's important to know without care, you can't expect the same results. Patients of mine who lean in and do all the things, all the homework that I suggest, get the best results and they get them the fastest. So one of my #1 recommendations is your pillow. Your pillow matters. It's a third of your life, and we recommend a pillow from Europe that is absolutely fantastic. The second one is to check those ergonomics of the things you do. Do you have a good setup at your desk at home? Are you holding your phone up at eye level when you look at it rather than down in your lap? Do you have a good bed to go with that? Are you exercising every day and getting up and moving? Are you eating clean and healthy? That affects the inflammation and how quickly your body can heal. So there's a lot of things that you can do to get yourself success more rapidly and have the best results possible. A really great case that I love when it comes to just simple neck tension, neck discomfort, was a college student. She had so much neck pain and discomfort that she couldn't hold her own purse. She couldn't put a light little backpack on her shoulders, and walking all day at, of all places, Disneyland would make her end up in absolute agony in her neck. By addressing the upper cervical spine and adjusting it when needed, the neck pain, the neck tension, and all of the residual into the shoulders went away, and now she's out living her best life, doing all the fun things, and yes, carrying her own purse. When people talk about neck tension and wondering if their upper cervical spine or neck alignment matters and if it has an impact on that, they too go very much hand in hand. The neck pain or neck tension is simply a warning sign that something's wrong. It's your body trying to get your attention. And it's that quiet little initial thing that you get before things start to compound and they get bigger. So people shouldn't ignore neck tension or chronic pain in the neck. They shouldn't wait for it to get louder, for it to start stacking symptoms to where things get really uncomfortable. You deserve to feel great, and you deserve to have a body that functions well from within. And when your body tells you that there's something wrong, you should listen to it quickly and do something about it so you can go back to living your best life. I've been an upper cervical chiropractor since 1996. Some of the conversations I have are extremely repetitive. It's almost like all the patients learn the same sentence that they say to me. One of the most common is this: when I deliver a first adjustment to a patient, they stand up and they look at me and they say, "That's it?" I say, "Yeah." "No, seriously, that's all you're gonna do, Tina?" "Yes, it is." "Okay." And they go and they rest in the recoup suite for their adjustment. Then they go on with their lives and they come back somewhere in the next couple of weeks. And here's what the sentence looks like then. They say, "I don't get it, Tina. You do that tiny baby adjustment and everything's getting better." And I often say to them, "Well, that's it. It's very precision-based adjustment. It's made to get good results." My husband, on the other hand, said to me one time, "Why don't you correct them? Why don't you point out to them that's actually a complex adjustment? There's a lot that goes into that, from the thermography of knowing when to adjust and the x-rays that are showing you biomechanics so you know how to deliver an adjustment. And the fact that this is all you've done for your entire life and you've worked very hard to master it." And I tell them, because that part doesn't matter. All they care about is they come in and they get well, and I love that they think it's so simple.